90% bullshit.
Texas and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Entertaining.
LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff.
That is funny as fuck. This is a newspaper. There's 90% bullshit on this newspaper, but it's entertaining, man. I ain't gonna lie, it is.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start.
That is
25.
funny, bro. That nigga said, bro, this is a newspaper, okay? There's 90% bullshit on this newspaper, but it's entertaining. That's why I like it.
First down here for the offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for space. It's Blue. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
You don't know any stories? All right, I'll tell you a story. This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set.
Dropping back. It's Ewers.
Queen Ewers.
Looking left.
Let's get
And
it.
it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, though.
You'll take this every time.
Let's get
5 yards
Appreciate
on the first down play.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd down, going up top. That's caught. It's Taylor. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
I try to make him jump. Any
So
NFL
now
talk?
on comes the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash.
Hate field goals on this game, bro. If this was like fucking regular man, I would have easily make that. Hate field
After the
goals.
miss, no change in the score. First down for this offense. To the air, it's Ewers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Golden. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
And he
Let's get it.
couldn't
Appreciate on the
quite
light.
get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still
If he
tried
went
to
for
put it
4th
on
and
him
10,
and
he's going
give
for
him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick setting up 4th down.
Corners are going to bail. Got it past the marker. And he'll run out of bounds, but he looked short. I think he misjudged the line.
He gonna challenge the shit. He challenged the shit.
First half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep running.
He was chasing him.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He was chasing him. That's why he didn't throw it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
If he beats
Looking
him,
to throw,
Yeah,
it's
I got it.
Nussmeier.
Damn.
And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back.
Why I keep thinking this nigga gonna like catch that shit? Bro?
He'll
And
finally
just-
go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
We don't have enough seconds.
Final play of the quarter.
What's good?
coming.
What's good? What's good?
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
What you doing, man? I'm just. What you doing? What you do? I'm just here for NFL talk. I really don't care
Second
about
down
the game
now as they're ready to go back to work.
because I'm like we're trying to get some NFL free agency talk.
The run from the shotgun.
Oh, the Stephen A. talk too. that
Tackle,
is
but he
funny.
has a first down.
Yeah,
With the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before
90%
someone was going to break a long
right?
one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Finally, this
What do you
offense
think
starting to
James
shake
Pierre
the
gonna go?
cobwebs and get
I think
things
he was a
moving. It's 1st and 10. 10.
second. What's another team that needs a running back?
Looking to pass. It's
Interesting.
Ewers. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I think he's going to be a second down back. Miami don't need him. Maybe a team like New
Second down
England. I
here,
think
and
a team
maybe
like
they've
New
got
England
time to
could
get
grab
one
him.
more snap
Early-
off before the 2-minute
Early
warning.
second or third.
Couldn't connect
Ish.
on first down. Now back to the air. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
He's gonna
We'll take a
stumble
quick break
like
as we have
70
reached the
steps.
final 2 minutes of the first half. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there. Just
And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the
I can't
interception.
play college football at all.
this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Some great stuff.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Wide out in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Lots of man, leave me alone, man. I don't even be playing. I don't even like. I just be playing this for NFL talk.
Now
bro.
on second
That's all I
down.
be playing it. Like just talk to y'all a little bit, you know. Have something to do.
Looking for a man. It's Ewers. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll
Hey, like,
drag
we
it
just
down
giving
after
each other
a
the
good
ball
return
back
on the
a lot.
interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
We
We've
giving
just
each other
seen
the
in
ball
this
back
game,
a
the
lot,
ball has
bro.
just gotten away from him a little
Crazy,
bit. A couple
man.
of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Another pick.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last
keep
time.
right.
Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Scrambling away. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Takes it from the gun on third down. Quickly complete. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field.
Yo, what is this? Oh, I can't.
Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
But I suck at this game.
And here
I
comes
can't
the
even
Texas
like
offense back
got
on the
it
field.
over.
And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah,
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Finds his man. It's Bond. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put
But I ain't
something
lie
out
to you,
before
bro.
halftime.
This is a bad example.
Turning to the running game
Promise you, I
on
know
first and
football.
goal.
I just don't.
He'll be brought
translate
down
it
at the
in the game,
5-yard line, and
That's all
this
that is.
defense
Just
is on its
translate it in the
heels.
game.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorn. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
I think that's the only way I actually, like, do more.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half.
Really? Oh, lose.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas.
Oh.
Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a way to seize momentum here.
man
You start the
kinda
second
loves
half,
funny,
you
bro.
take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making
Shit, I
people miss
appreciate that,
and
EA.
showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house.
Down.
Fair catch, called for and made.
Oh, man.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great
Let's get
job
it.
form tackle.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
We ain't gonna do. We
And
just
listen,
gonna do
obviously,
one,
at this
two,
area of the
one, two.
field,
That's
it's a
it.
question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on
Exactly.
fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lacy. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
We're just gonna do shit simple, all right? We're just gonna do shit simple, all
They've
right?
moved it to the 19, first and 10.
29
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Gets it out quickly.
That's a mean stiff
Touchdown
arm.
LSU.
That was a mean stiff
And
arm.
that one will
That
give
was a
them the
mean
lead.
stiff arm.
Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are
You know
so
what he
dangerous
said?
down here in this red zone.
Hey, this is funny.
And the
dog.
extra
This one
point is
funny.
true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
This is a newspaper.
It's 90% bullshit.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it. So you entertain me with your bullshit.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football.
Yeah,
Go
this
for it.
man's
Be aggressive.
sick.
The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking downfield, it's Ewers. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
That you can experience.
Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches.
He
That's what makes
baked me.
it so difficult to
That was
stop.
a mean play action.
There he goes. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the 3rd quarter.
That was a mean play action. Meat. What?
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Caught near the sticks. It's Bond. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. That's caught. It's held. Touchdown, Texas! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers and get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive.
Onside
After scoring
kick.
that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
How do you think Seattle will respond? Man, I think they messed up.
From the gun, running
I
back
think
on
they
the move.
messed up. They should have
Really
kept
nice
Tyler
stop
Lockett.
there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game.
We need some clap. We need to get to the first down. Why not screen? Why not?
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot.
I cannot kick field goals in this game, bro.
Missed it. No
I
good.
can't. I just can't, bro. How you like angle it with the
Well, that's not a second
like a
field goal
fucking
for him.
freeway.
This one hurts because if he makes that, obviously his team takes the lead.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. On the run, it's Blue.
I look how
They can
big the
rely
fucking
on
is.
this
This
guy to
fucking
pick up
freeway.
solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Getting some heat.
There we go.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw.
Ah, you faggot.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the 4th quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4.
3 and 25.
Tries again to get it in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on
listen,
2nd
I'm
down,
chilling,
this little
man.
3rd to
Throwing up
mid-range,
picks.
you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe
I
getting
don't
your
know what the
quarterback
fuck
out
I'm
on the
really
perimeter
doing,
and
bro.
giving
I
him a
really
run
don't.
pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called by the defense. 29 seconds to go.
I don't know why he just didn't fucking like.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. Took the lead with that late clutch
He's not gonna
field
throw.
goal, and
I'm
now
throwing.
to
I
see if they
threw a
can
lot
get
of
a
these
stop
goddamn- I
and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. And he takes this from inside the 5.
I had a whole
Nice
team.
job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
I don't.
The Bayou Bengals will run
Big
the
brother.
offense out onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On second down, wants to throw it. The quick out. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's caught inside the 15.
Too late now.
And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column. But
All right,
they'll
what's
come
going
up a
on?
little
Appreciate
short
on the follow,
as
man.
time expires.
Fucking suck,
You're going to hear
bro.
guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What
In the NBA, whether it be this year or next year, but if he really wants to with the NIL money that they're getting, he can make $15 million next year playing as a sophomore.
I have not won a game at all.
Possibility.
I think his lifelong dream has always been to walk across that stage as a number one pick and to put himself in a position for that to happen. He didn't.
I'm s- Or it's not missing anything.
The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the
I lost
SEC,
10 in a row?
the
Shit,
Florida
I think I
Gators,
lost, what,
taking
5
on the
as of right now?
fifth-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators will kick it away to start us off.
Man, that was a parent. That man. Hey, what's your thoughts on LeBron going at Stephen A. Smith saying
Going
your
for
son
the
suck,
return.
bro?
He
your
stopped
thoughts on that
short
one?
of the
That
20
shit
at the
funny.
19 and probably
That shit
wishes he had
funny.
just taken the touchback.
I'm like, bro, your son is not.
Here's this offense
Good.
with a fresh set of downs.
Let's just be 100% honest, bro. Your son wasn't ready to get in the league.
They'll turn to Martinez.
Your son wasn't
Into
ready
the
to get
pile,
in the league.
maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They've got the screen set up. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle
Ronnie
that
Hill.
down marker.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen
but
is
at
a
the
great
same
way to
time,
get him
though,
lathered
like-
up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Catch in the middle, it's Horton. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and then speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
The give from the gun. They finally make the stop, but the
This
big
is
run
him.
is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs.
He's going to play football, man. That was a parent. Man, you a down ball.
Pulls it and fires to
Talking
the
about
left.
something like that.
And they pick
Where'd
up
you get
just a
that
few on that completion. The biggest
Who's
lie
talking about
college
something
football
like that?
coaches tell
Man, your
is
son not
nameless,
good like that,
faceless
man.
opponent. David, game like this,
Man,
you know
things
their
in Dallas
name and
bad.
you know their
Horrible. Not just
You
bad.
know him
Horrible.
well, and it does mean
Feel bad
just
for
a
them
little
Dallas
bit more
fans,
because it's bragging rights. Like the rivalries matter so much.
Feel
All
bad for the
throughout
people in
year,
Dallas,
all the
though.
fans
Luka
talking
Trey
about
was-
this game in particular. That's why it means more.
Nah,
and that's
bro.
why
I
these
think,
players will be
I think
jacked
they
out
did it
of their
because of
minds.
money, bro. If they didn't want to pay Luka,
Here
just say
comes
that,
third
bro.
and
Like, yo,
short
we
from
just
the
didn't wanna pay
27.
Luka.
This
No
defense trying to make
But
them
them
settle
boys
for a
saying,
field
oh,
goal.
he was fat and shit. This
Wide
man
receiver
putting
coming
up
across
35
in
points
motion.
as a fat man.
Martinez on the carry.
And he's
He's
getting in
knocked down
this
in the
itching
backfield.
closer
He'll
and
lose a couple.
closer for y'all
And so
boys to
on
get
their
cooked.
opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Restrepo. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you pitch your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Running with power. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first.
I'm sold on
Sorry, but I've never seen a franchise have the kind of month that the Dallas Mavericks. Listen, February 1st, the Mavs trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers for some fucking reason. February 2nd, GM Nico Harrison holds a press conference. Jason Kidd led into the press
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
introduced by the Lakers. He doubles down on not knowing why the hell this happened. Clearly, money just
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Anthony Davis.
Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing.
They are in a
I gotta
good
do
situation.
something
They're just gonna
that
have to
they're not
drive some
expecting.
defense.
Right now, they got the run, and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Down in Dallas. Oh, and remember when they traded Quentin Grimes for no reason? On March 1st, he dropped 44 points, a career high for 76. 2 days later, on March 3rd, the same day that
A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the stick.
There's a lot going on through
And
soccer.
he's
I don't know
brought
much about
down
soccer.
after a nice
unfortunately.
game.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, you cannot coach
I don't
this
know,
to
bro.
quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone.
Let's see.
No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
Touchdown,
Yes, sir. I finally
Gator!
got on the board
And
after
they'll
a
put
long,
that scoreboard
productive
operator to
drive.
work and put 6 on the board.
We
And
looking.
I just
We might
love the
win this.
execution by this offense late in the half,
Might
man.
win this.
You want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Who should have
They're lining
Viking
up to
drafted?
kick it off, and he ought to be
Ooh,
able to
who
knock
has
this one
them
anywhere he
drafted?
wants after
Give me
that
a
extra
second.
15 yards with the roughing the kicker.
I haven't drafted somebody.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry
on my
about a
TikTok.
return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25.
It's on my TikTok. Give me 1 second. They're going palm.
Line gets set. First down.
This is mock draft. I think Jackson Darnold, the Founders, and
He wastes no time.
I got him
and
drafted
comes
at
out
DN.
throwing.
Yeah,
Fires to
I
the
think they
tight
need
end.
some more help on defense.
They make the stop, but this passing game
Offensive
does
tackle
some
could be
damage,
an
and they
option,
move
but I
the
think
sticks
all the
with the
offensive
first
tackle will
down.
be gone by then.
They pick up the
But
first
we'll
down
see.
on the drag
But I got
route.
them
know that
drafting.
seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex.
Derek
than it
Hamilton.
looks, because that route changes
from
based on
Oregon.
whether it's man or zone.
That's why I got
If it's
them
man
drafted.
coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to pass. Steps away to find some room.
You think
He'll let one go down the right side. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And
At
he's
the
brought
one-
down
oh,
after
you
the
gotta
pick,
be
but not
shitting
before
me.
putting his offense in business.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm. If you're going to run that play, you have to get it out of the end zone there, and they'll take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
On the return, it's Johnson.
I wanted that motherfucker to get out the end zone, but it was already too late. I hate when it automatically like, oh, we gotta run it back, bro. There's no space.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw.
Hey, at least I got the lead.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice quick throw
Showing
there.
a
And it's
bunch
so
of
important for
coverages.
quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
To the air, it's Ward. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Feel like there was man coverage in there.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10.
Back up a little bit.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Trying to cap this drive with the pass.
I would take
And
that
that pass
to the field.
intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's so frustrating for a quarterback. He sees an open guy, he's ready to rip the football, and then all of a sudden, one of those defensive ends gets their big mitt in the air and knocks it down.
From the gun, running back gets the give. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Let's head into halftime. Let's head into halftime. We ain't gonna do much.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Off the
he
deflection,
likes to
missed a
dive
great
for
chance
shit,
to
bro.
force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They'll run the screen.
Again?
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You
Second
got to
and
see
10.
what this defense has
Those
been doing to be
defenders
so
with-
successful. Palmer, now use it against
All of them
Yeah,
with the
David, I think
NIL
for a
money,
play
man. Not
caller,
everybody
this is
can
tough,
get it,
right?
though.
It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space. See if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play.
Hey, what
and
he
breaks this trend.
like, bro,
They
you're not
make the
doing
stop,
much,
and
bro.
this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Wants to throw. It's Ward. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. You're just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll throw it on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Running back searching for a hole. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They'll turn to Martinez. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Bro.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
I like how them boys like.
Looking for a man. It's Ward. It's complete to the left.
Oh,
he
what
steps
is
out of
up?
bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Is ahead, and he's knocked down.
What a big play for this defense in a critical moment. You cannot allow them to convert that 2-point play, right? Because if they do, all of a sudden it's a field goal game. Great job stepping up and making something happen at a massive moment.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down.
You keep pressing out. I'm going to third. Okay, all right. I'm about to say.
Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Gets away. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Every possession later in the game means so much more.
Lagway
You start
not
getting the
messing around
4th
with
quarter, 1-possession games. QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
This is
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires it incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. It's complete.
There we go.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Quickly to
Whoa,
the
why
tight
does
end.
he not block
And
him?
He's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
I don't want to throw a pick. I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what we got here?
Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Got the quick pass. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
That's something as a defense you got to be prepared for. In a 2-minute situation like this, you know they're going to try to throw the football to the sidelines and get guys out of bounds. So you got to have outside leverage, or you need zone defense to help out and try to bracket guys on these outbreaking routes.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team.
What the fuck? My guy quit, man. Wow, he just quit. That nigga just left. That nigga just quit. He ain't like, man, fuck this, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna bleed out the clock, bro. I was gonna bleed it out. I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga just quit. Like, I'm done. Wow, interesting. Well, I hope y'all boys enjoyed today's live stream. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate my boy, Holy M, for talking to me, man. I appreciate it, bro. Have some more basketball talk. Check out the videos too, man. You know. Appreciate it for coming. Appreciate Fumble and Job Bill, whatever, on TikTok for following. Yeah, and emojis for asking me what the Vikings, who the Vikings should draft. Catch you all later.